Well, well, well. Here we are again. Again. With Enterprise. So, here's the new schedule. On Saturdays, we're gonna watch Enterprise. And that's it. So, if this is your first watch along, what you do is you queue up the episode. In this case, it's Season 2, Episode 19 of Enterprise, Judgment. Which I didn't spell wrong in the title. That's just how Star Trek spells it. I don't like it. There should be an E in the middle after the G. I don't like it without the E. But that's how Star Trek did it.
Is that like a regional spelling?
Nope.
I don't know.
Don't think
Or is
so.
it actually misspelled? Or is
I
Ryan...
looked it up and apparently
spelling
both are valid, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I can't actually remember where it's more common to see it which way it's spelled which way, but
Well,
there's
it's more common with the E in
Underrated.
my heart.
And in the UK.
Okay, so if this is your first watch along, what you do is you queue up the episode, and then when the countdown hits 0, then you press play, and we press play at the same time on your own copy of the episode. We're not going to show it on stream. It's not going to happen.
Ugh,
Well,
Netflix
you're
spins
demonetized now. What are they gonna do?
They could still actually shut down the channel completely, so I can't post any
Well, there's
videos.
that.
The concern at this
Fine.
point isn't, and they probably would if I started like actually uploading
Mhm.
full videos, full episodes.
I'm sure.
The concern at this point isn't the copyright claims. I don't even care anymore. It's just I don't want to get striked, whatever.
Is YouTube still on the 3-strike system?
Yep,
Where they delete your account if you're accused 3 times?
yep, yes they are.
That's so fucking dumb.
Hey, whatever. It's what we got to deal with. What are we gonna do?
But-
Go to Vimeo?
In most cases, they do keep record. They just remove it from the live YouTube version.
Yeah, they don't actually just send it to the recycle bin and empty it. They just.
If you're rich, you can get them to give it back.
Yes.
YouTube recommended me your cause and effect video, which I thought I had watched, but it's really good.
You thought you'd want. It seems vaguely familiar to you. You feel like you've seen it before.
Well, the reason why I said I thought I'd watched it, and you should just sometimes do this, is because I thought I would probably watch it. It was only a year ago you posted it, but I didn't have the like. It didn't say that I had liked it, which I do always. But YouTube sometimes forgets that I've liked a video. So,
So you like the videos, but do you also comment and did you subscribe?
of course I'm subscribed. I don't always comment. I don't always have time for that.
You're supposed to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell, Soma.
I have got the bell run.
Why? Who rings the bell?
I do.
Whatever. You can ring all the bells you guys want. I ain't never rung a bell on YouTube. Many bells in reality, though. Bells are pretty cool. I should get a bell. I don't own a bell. I don't even have a doorbell.
crap. I just
Anyway.
walked into my office and it turns out that my computer's been on for a while and heating the place up. It is like a furnace in there.
Well,
I
it's
did not
winter,
intend to
so
do that.
good.
I mean, it's definitely too hot. I should,
What?
yeah.
What has your computer been doing that it made it so hot in that room?
I don't think
Have you
it's
been
doing
mining
much at
Bitcoin
all.
in there?
I don't know, maybe I got
During-
hacked and someone's been mining Bitcoin.
Go to your
If you-
task manager.
If your computer's idle, it
Oh,
shouldn't be
Halo
putting
is
out that
still
much
running.
heat.
That's what's going on. Halo
I'm
is
still running from
God.
last night. Oh my
Halo's
god.
menu is heating this up this room. That is amazing.
Perfect.
Wow.
Is Halo mining Bitcoin?
You know?
It's weird. Hey, the Halo Infinite client causes, even when it's always running actively, which is annoying.
It really
And-
ramps up my GPU fans.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's not optimized at all.
No, this is what I've learned today.
It also, so the worst part is it's
15
not
seconds
optimized,
to start,
and
by
it
the
runs constantly. It runs constantly, even when you minimize it. So
Yep.
you can be doing other things, and it's still using all your resources.
All right, everybody press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. and blur the screen.
That's enough with a really good episode.
Got the nice spherical gavel. It's pretty cool.
And the Klingon chanting. What the other 2 episodes later? Ah, yes, of course.
So, yep, this is straight out of Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. Is it?
Pretty
Wait,
much.
Undiscovered Country? Yeah, that's the title.
That's the one, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be canonically the same judge. Because in Star Trek VI, he's way older. Alright, there's your cold open. Archer's,
It's a very strong cold open for such a short and relatively, well, I suppose the
yeah,
costume.
if anything, it's a hot open.
Yeah, I suppose the prosthetics cost a bit, but it's a relatively cheap opening otherwise.
They have like 50 extras in there, man. All dressed
True.
up in Klingon makeup.
Well, only the people actively in the camera have to have good prosthetics.
I guess. Okay, so how does this relate to Discovery's Klingon Empire? That's all... Everyone seems to hate each other. All the houses. I could see... Oh! I wonder if the reason all the houses are fractured in Discovery is because of Martok in this episode. His whole thing is he wants to be a reformer. Maybe he actually partially succeeded, and everyone, like, split along faction lines.
Well, we see them fractured in TNG even. Mostly, albeit mostly just Martok versus... Oh, well, I forgot. I know. Duras.
Yeah, all the Klingon houses are... They're all there in Discovery. It's just that they all hate the one dude. Mr. Albino. What's his name?
That's some weird food, aren't you? To see why
Guest
you're not
stars
eating
J.G. Hertzler. That's not J.G. Hertzler. That's John Billingsley.
it.
Oh, that's nice of them. At least he gets a trial.
Yes.
He hasn't even already been determined guilty like the Cardis would. He gets a real trial.
Well, you say real, you mean real in quotation marks.
At least they maintain the fiction that he's not innocent. He's not guilty yet.
Enemies of the state aren't allowed visitors. That's a little rude. I bet enemies of the state don't even get yard time.
But Klingon enemies in their society somewhat get trials. Depends on the crime.
Have we ever seen a Klingon on trial? We saw the thing with Worf.
Well,
Worf, son of Moke, not Worf, the other Worf.
But they had a Klingon lawyer that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that Klingon, but the one with Worf, he wasn't really on trial. I'm trying to remember a time when it was like this, but a Klingon. I don't think we've seen that yet. There he is. There's Martok. I assume this is Martok's great-grandfather. No, just father. Could be. Klingons live a while. Grandfather? I don't know. I'm surprised Klingons live as long as they do. I would expect them with all their... It just seems like they would have a really high metabolism and burn themselves out, and With all that redundant organs, they might get cancer.
Uh,
Well, the redundant organs
Good
means that
question.
they can cope without them. So
Well, but cancer tends to spread. It's not just the one organ.
yeah.
True. That just means that it gives them a better chance of survival in the different situations. Oh, they're specifically chanting Jagh. Jar.
Yeah. When you're a Klingon, you want your word for enemy to be nice and short and easy to say. You're going to be saying it a lot.
It's even shorter than the word for success.
Kapla.
So there's no
So-
jury. Those guys just want to watch?
Yeah.
Are they just randos off the street that wanted to watch the trial, or are they hired spectators?
I don't know, but there's a
For the
comment by him
drama.
saying that Prosecutor Orat has a very strong track record. So that means that they do a
Yes.
lot of trials.
Prosecutor Orat.
Orat, I think. Yeah, Orat.
Yes. It's a big empire. There's got to be more than one guy called Doras. Duras.
There is. It's a whole family.
But why? Why is it always Duras? It's Duras in Enterprise. It's Duras in TNG. It's Duras in DS9. It's always Duras.
The Taras. They're acknowledging there are a lot of them.
I wish they really leaned into like the honor crap. Like, you
Hmm.
know, the stuff that they make fun of Klingons about, like out of universe.
Well, they'll
I wish
lean
they
into
like
that
go
at the
all
end
the
of the
way
episode.
and make it like a court of honor. And so like
Oh.
it doesn't matter if Archer like killed this guy or whatever.
Mm.
What matters is whether Archer was honorable about it or not.
Okay.
That'd be fun. Nice.
For some reason, that lady's forehead prosthetic looks weird to me.
Hmm.
It does.
I think it's the side
different.
ridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The battle cruiser Enterprise.
Yes, the battle
Good.
cruiser.
In this version, in the Klingon version, Archer swears at them. He can't do that.
Swearing is illegal in Star Trek.
It is. People in the future have never even heard of swearing. It's impossible.
Mhm. That's why Kirk is so awkward with it when he goes back in time.
But not those other times he swears in the future. I guess he swears in all that other stuff because he learned how from Star Trek 4. Except he swears in Star Trek 2, but that's okay because Star Trek 4 happens in the past. So the knowledge of swearing that he gained from the 60s transferred forward somehow to his knowledge of swearing in the future in Star Trek 2 and 3 and 1 and 5 and 6. Does the Klingon ship want to move?
2 shots missed. Fire that weapons officer. 4 shots missed. 5 shots.
What is this, Star Wars? What is this?
You. I wish that he could spin around in his chair like General Chang.
Nah, Duras isn't cool enough for that.
Yeah, that's why I said he wishes.
Yeah.
And they have no point defense capability. That torpedo is like at the speed of, I don't know, flow.
The speed of
Pterodon
slow,
ships
yes.
don't have just disruptors that don't have point defense at all.
Manual targeting,
Like,
you can't
human
even hit them
beings
with
can
automatic
shoot
targeting.
that are moving faster than that.
Well, sucks to suck, Duras. Maybe you should be a better commander. Oh, Duras like, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go. That's fair. He would say nothing that would help archery. Maybe you don't want to question him. I feel like there's not a penalty for perjury. The lawyer actor seems familiar. Do you mean Martok, leader of the Empire, leader of Destiny, or the other dude? The other dude. I don't know him. I don't know this guy. Prosecutor, Auroch, actor. John Vickery. Okay, who's John Vickery?
It's a familiar name.
He was in Babylon 5 as Naroon and Mr. Wells. I don't know who those are. In DS9, he was Gol Rusat. Gol Rusat was the guy that Damar shot. In TNG, he was Andrews Hagen. No idea who that is. But it's from the episode Night Terrors where are you? I can't find you. Oh, Jesus. Not Andrew, Andrus. Andrus. That sphere is so much cooler than a bloody wooden gavel.
Gavel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we switch to
Or
the
hammer.
sphere method? Didn't even shave the food. I was gonna say, did they cook it with the hair on? But no, they didn't cook it.
Harg the only animal on Kronos other than
Yes.
Klingons.
Yes, it is. They're simultaneously pets and food sources.
Well, that goes for a lot of animals.
But they're like dogs to Klingons, and they eat them. The real animals on
value.
Kronos are the Klingon government.
It's value. Like, why would you want to domesticate two types of animals when one animal does the trick?
What, you want to go eat a dog?
I'm gonna be opposed to it. I don't have an emotional attachment to dogs, though.
That's messed up. That's some sociopath
like
kind of
them.
stuff.
I like cats. I wouldn't eat a cat, I don't think. I definitely wouldn't eat a snake.
So when a Klingon is convicted of treason, or anyone in the Klingon Empire, they are executed. When someone in the Federation is convicted of treason, they go to beautiful New Zealand for 6 months. Per Tom Paris.
It's true.
Yeah.
It
God,
seems like one of these societies.
I just didn't. I
There's
can
your
never let that go
crime.
now. I didn't realize that Tom Paris was convicted of treason. I thought it was a more casual offense, like negligence. But no, it was actual treason, and he just goes to New Zealand.
Could have been light treason.
They do send people to that ice moon in other episodes.
Urapenthe. The Klingons or the Federation? Because I don't think the Federation would send Tom Paris to Urapenthe.
Yeah, the Klingons do.
Yeah, we're gonna see Urapenthe here. They still have that. Can't say that to a Klingon. Why do you look so mad at him, Martok? Or is that just his resting face?
Well, he is a Martok.
He's a Martok?
Member of his house.
Testify in his own defense. Who does that? Oh, this is such a good episode.
Yes.
We get a little bit of shooting, but mostly we just get people yelling at each other in a courtroom, and it's great. It's all you need.
This is very similar to that episode where Worf is on trial for killing a bunch of civilians. That episode probably has the best Cisco freak out ever.
Which freak out is that?
He like shouts, "Isn't it possible?" to the
Oh, yeah.
lawyer.
Isn't
It's really good.
it possible
Isn't
that there were no
it?
Klingons in the ship Worf destroyed?
Hey, look, they use the American words.
Which words?
Aid and comfort. Like that's
Aid and comfort.
that's like part of the American definition of treason
Yeah.
to the enemy.
Are they Space Americans? Space America, but they went full militarist? I don't care about this bit. Get back to the trial. Give us more Martok.
This is part of the trial. That's his description of what's going on.
I don't care about this though. Just have us Archer sitting in a chair telling us what happened. We don't need to see it. Let's tell, not show. I don't believe in showing.
To be honest, that would somewhat work in this case, but it'd be less involving.
So I guess we're supposed to understand this is what really happened. Even though
Yes.
Duras gave a biased version, so maybe this is a biased version. Maybe they're both lying.
Be a third one for that.
Maybe they were actually totally fine. They weren't starving and dying.
Has Gollum eyes.
Is that an insult? Are you
I
mocking
don't
this
know.
man?
Like they just look big because of the makeup. Like Gollum has like this really big eye.
Yes. Compassion for traitors of the Empire. Oh, savage Archer. What's even the rebellion? It doesn't seem like they fought the Klingons. They just went on a ship and left. There were no Klingons there to fight. What's the treason part of it? Maybe they sent a message just saying, nah, we're seceding. We're our own place now. No, that won't keep them safe from the Klingons. A few light years. That's like one system over. That's not going to help.
It was supposed to be a completely new class of ship, but I don't remember exactly. It's like either they decided not to go the model, lost it, or just was budget or something. I think it was budget. Or
If
actually,
they
I think
used
it
a
was
new model, that would go against classic Star Trek tradition of the Klingons only have 2 ships.
I think it was.
They have the bird of prey and they have a battle cruiser. That's it. That's all they need.
I think it was the
That's more than the Romulans get.
producers or whatever.
Hey, the Romulans have a scout ship as well. In one
yeah, that is
episode. Once. That blows up immediately.
No, that model gets used a few more times. Like, doesn't Senator Vreenak use that model to fly to Deep Space Nine? And then Garrick blows it up?
Oh, yeah, he does use it. I think that's a different shuttle, actually.
Oh, really?
Let me look it up. The shuttle I'm thinking of is the one that Admiral Jarok went in.
The
It wasn't a
defector?
shuttle. It was yeah, the defector.
I'm pretty sure they just reused that model for all the small Romulan ships.
I want to look it up. They might have done.
I
It's
think
very
I
Star
ripped
Trek of them.
I think I ripped
No,
up
they're
this
different. They're
ancient
different
Conway
models.
list.
Oh, I missed that episode.
That's cool.
Vreenax
I
has
think I ripped up
has the same curved wings of the Daredeks. The Admiral Jarok one has straight wings, roughly straight.
I think I rigged up this ancient com relay to work.
Robo, why do you sound like you're on a ham radio that's losing power?
Because I'm
Oh, wow.
standing on the planet and I'm using this ancient com relay that I fixed with a fork.
I couldn't hear any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm also finding this version of events extremely entertaining. Prosecutor Orok. Is Robo like calling for help? Is this an SOS? Do you need us to call someone?
I have rigged this ancient com relay to make one call.
No idea what he said.
Yeah.
He's very insistent, whatever it is.
No.
I bet this is exaggerated. I bet Duras was much more reasonable than this.
I'm sure.
But he's so dramatic.
Well, he is literally a member of the crew.
He said, "I'm at line at Taco Bell." That's what he said. Why is he on? Whatever.
I never said I'm a.
That was almost audible that time. How come after Discovery we never see the Klingon cleave ship again? That seems very Klingon. We should have more cleave ships.
We're really proud
It is
of
a nice
that
ship.
shot. I do kind of like it.
The Klingons would be so into ramming their enemies. It'd be their favorite thing. Worf gets to yell "prepare for ramming speed" and they don't die still. It works out.
Yes.
It's a good day to, but they decided not to.
Maybe we can see a cleave ship in Picard, because, I mean, obviously there are reasons why we didn't see it in TNG and DS9. But maybe we can see it in future series. Now, this particular move I hate, where you just say, "No, they're guilty." What if the judge just instantly bangs the gavel and says, "Yep, all right, guilty"? Then your dramatic moment is just ruined, and you killed your client.
Yes.
Oh, the luck. Ah, the Samra, which was captained by Admiral Forrest, who then threatened to try to blow up Archer, even though he didn't have any weapons left, and his ship was falling apart. Maybe we should have let the Samra die.
I think the guy's fingers go into the fingers of the. I don't even know what to call that thing. I'm just gonna
The-
call it a gavel.
The Justice Sphere.
It's just... I was gonna call it something else.
You don't like Justice Sphere?
Can you hear me now?
Sphere is good.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome, robotic.
Ah, okay.
Walker.
I've repaired the comm relay. I've
Wow.
stranded on a planet, and this ancient wreckage is all I have to work with.
The ancient wreckage of your headset?
I think it's called transistor technology.
Blood and wine
That's
is
a
made
good
out of
question.
fermented blood, or if it's wine flavored with blood, or
They
if it's
they
just
skillfully
wine.
avoid that by having Martok reply with something completely unrelated. What's it the blood of? Don't worry about it.
None.
No, he's good. Though, he's a public defender. I don't think you're paid for a good lawyer. But apparently Martok is just a really good public defender. God, even... In America, public defenders are massively overworked. They can only spend, what, like
Yes.
5 minutes
yeah.
per case looking it over? This public
Public
defender,
defenders-
Martok, he can actually sit and
If
discuss
you-
the case and hang out with Archer. He's great.
If you have to go to court with a public defender, your chances are very slim.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be clear, it's not that
Yeah.
public defenders are trash. It's that they have no time to even look at your case. They just
Yeah.
gotta go.
And they get burned out very easily.
Real shame.
Yeah.
Doesn't that in
The Klingon
in a
Empire
way
doesn't
make
have
them,
that problem.
make them bad at least?
The person
certain
isn't
way.
bad. It's a bad job.
It's a bad system.
It doesn't make them a bad lawyer. It's a bad system for the lawyer.
Yeah.
Get out of the
The
job.
same way,
Makes bad
know,
lawyers.
visual effects officers are often very good at their job, but only given like an hour to do anything.
Yeah.
Did you say a visual effects officer?
Artist.
Artist. I was like, okay, we have visual effects officers on the ship
The
now?
executive officer in charge of explosions.
Oh yeah, and on the JJ verse Enterprise, you have the executive officer in charge of lens flares.
Fun fact, I think we've actually talked
And
about
they were
this before, so you probably
they
all
were
know
all
it.
optically done. Yes.
Yes, they are all real lens flares. None of them are post-processed.
Which means that the actors, after filming, all the actors had to go for
Sit in a dark
therapy for
room
their
to rest their
burned
eyes.
retinas. Chris Pine is now blind thanks to 3 Star Trek movies with J.J. Abrams. But he's such a good actor, you don't know that he's blind.
So that gauntlet that the Klingon is wearing, I feel like it doesn't actually have fingers. I think it has like a little handle
It's
in the
just a
middle, 'cause
big
I don't think it can
opening.
articulate the fingers.
No, it's not. It's just a big metal gauntlet. It's hollow inside, and you stick your hand in it.
Still pretty badass.
Yeah, I would like that. That'd be cool. That'd be cool at meetings
Yeah.
when someone goes off the rails. Oh, it's gotta make the sparks too.
The sentence of death is we did it. Archer's gonna survive. He gets to go home. He gets to hang out with T'Pol and Reed and Tucker.
Don't worry. We're sentencing him to death anyways. Don't worry.
Just a slower death. There it is, Rura Penthe.
Yes.
For the remainder of your life, however short that may be.
6 months to a year. At most.
For generally Klingons as well.
What humans lack in biology, they make up for in grit, determination, and spunk. Moxie.
Oh. Yes, Martok. I mean, I'm not sure about Martok's facial hair, but the voice. Do you think that Klingons can't grow hair in the middle of their mustache? Or do they shave? Do we see any Klingons with hair in the middle? Does Prosecutor Orok have hair? Also, do we ever see a male Klingon without facial hair? Because now that I'm
Probably.
looking at it,
I think.
It used to be that that's all they had, really.
hang on, I need to look up pictures of Klingons.
How about Ash Tyler as a Klingon? Like Vogue. Wasn't he clean shaven?
Yes.
Yeah, a bunch of Discovery Klingons are clean shaven. But do we have any of these like
Yeah.
TNG era Klingons?
First season Discovery Klingons had no hair at all.
Yeah. Whatever.
That
It's
was
fine.
a choice.
Oh, Alexander doesn't have facial hair, I guess.
He's a boy. He doesn't count.
But what about adult Alexander? Let me look up
You said,
adult
like,
I don't know.
Alexander.
He's 8 years old and they're sending him off to war.
Yeah. Okay. Klingon standard adult Alexander. Okay, even an adult version Alexander doesn't have facial hair. Unless it's
He
the
is
adult Alexander
quarter
that's
human.
played by Admiral Jirok.
He is quarter human.
Well, he can grow facial hair.
Maybe
it's just
that one
he
quarter-
doesn't have any. Martok has facial hair. Captain Chorus has facial hair.
What about Kor, Koloth, and
Kang.
what's the other guy? Yeah, King. Did they all have
I'm
facial
pretty
hair?
sure they all have. Yeah, they do.
Okay.
In both old version and new version.
I'm sure there's a lot of old Klingons that are TOS Klingons that are clean shaven, like the spy. The spy from Trouble with Troubles.
Well, he was.
Yeah.
Well,
Of
he was a
course, he was clean
spy.
shaven.
Yeah, but like all they did was shave him.
Well, that's the point.
No,
though.
they also
That's-
took off
that's
the
how
blackface.
strongly associated they are with facial hair.
The what, Ryan?
The blackface.
in my Star Trek? What?
Yeah, when he was a spy, he didn't have blackface. The actor's skin color is not what they are as Klingons at all.
Which character?
Every TOS Klingon.
Ah, yeah. They're not good.
Yeah, Soma, you wanted to see Ruor Penthe. Here it is.
Yes.
They painted the Star Trek cave set white.
This guard is literally just called different guard.
Don't worry about it.
I recently told someone about Captain Kirk's heroic escape from Rural Penthe with the help of a
Himself.
sexy changeling. That's what made the changeling sexy. Captain Kirk.
God,
Oh, you're a
Archer,
handsome
learn
devil.
to just deal with your own stuff. Leave other people's. Use the Prime Directive on other people's personal business. Quit meddling, jeez. The TNG era Klingons having a different skin color, I can deal with that. It's just that in TOS, that's the only change. They're just humans in blackface. They don't have prosthetics.
Yeah, it's not good. I wonder if there are nerds that are angry that they changed Koloth and Kor's makeup for Deep Space Nine and Kang.
Well, they had the
I bet there are
cosmetic
Star Trek
surgery.
nerds who are furious about that.
That is
They probably
many years after TOS.
By the way, they have the same actors, if you guys didn't know. Can you believe that? I'm
Yeah,
shocked.
they did. Yeah.
It's pretty wizard.
I think one of them IRL died after they made that episode too.
Fun fact, they actually got killed by the albino on set and they just rolled with it.
Yeah. Well, how long do you want to live? I mean, really.
Forever. Well, that depends. If I get to live forever, do I have to like keep getting old forever? Or do I just be like 35 forever?
You're gonna be like the human emperor in Warhammer 40k, where you're just basically a skeleton on a chair with hoses and tubes coming in and out of you.
Reed, why were you holding up
And they have to
the weapon so menacingly? If you just wanted to talk.
they have to keep feeding the Iron Throne psychers to keep you alive.
What do you bribe a Klingon with?
Honor.
Dude, it would be so honorable if you let us in. Oh, come on, Martok. I guess you could bribe them with blood wine. That might work. Though there is no 2309 because 2309 hasn't happened yet. Yeah, he dies. We never see him again.
No, the Finch canonically he does actually survive the year. There's might be some reference to him later.
Ah, beta canon.
I mean, this is only season 2 of Enterprise. There could be a reference to him later on in this series.
There's not.
Nah.
He just ceases to exist. He's done.
I like to point
Actually,
out
like
that
Martok, or is he just played by Martok actor?
He's not actually
What?
Martok. He's just J.G. Hertzler, the actor.
I like to point out that magical time at the beginning of TNG when the Klingons
Abby.
are part of the Federation.
Yes.
That was weird. Remember how they show the Federation logo like with equal
Yeah.
status
Yeah,
as the
behind,
round?
on the
behind a
bridge.
Klingon captain.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Wow.
What's up with
When,
that? And
when
then
the
Wesley.
alien bridges
Yeah.
were just one guy in front of like a backdrop.
Well, they don't want to.
That's all you need.
They don't want to see what their crew are up to. Like they want to keep their secrecy.
Crew.
so
We're
they
not
have
going
their
to
Zoom
pay
background.
crew. We don't want to pay
Yeah.
extras. All right, the next episode is Horizon. Everyone queue up
Maybe.
Horizon. 1 minute to that. Horizon's
the,
all about Travis Mayweather. It's a Travis episode. Travis and I think this is the one with his
brother?
mom and his brother. Yeah.
No,
Not his
Yeah.
dad, notably.
no, because he died.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
As we're about to learn.
He dead. He's so dead.
So yeah, Travis actually gets character development despite what you might see on the internet. Travis gets his own episode to develop. Look at this.
Yeah, they do like 2 episodes with Travis, and then they kind of like I don't know what else to do with Travis, and that's it.
He's a
Travis
space
is done.
boomer.
They
That's
put him
all
on
you
a
need to
shelf.
know.
Does that mean he's afraid of change?
Still would have made so much more sense if they called him a Zoomer.
Let's play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. And blur the
It
screen.
might have sounded better, but it wouldn't have made sense.
It wouldn't have made sense.
It wouldn't have
Boomer
made
is the one.
sense.
Boomer doesn't make sense.
Why
What do you
doesn't
mean
it make
doesn't
sense?
Because Boomer's like the old one. The old guys.
It's he
Boomer
went out.
didn't
No, he
mean
went out
old
during
when
the
the coin
space
was
boom.
termed. When the term was
Suppose.
coined, coin was termed. Yes, it didn't mean that when the coin was termed, Soma.
They were talking about like the space boom. So he was a space boomer. Get it?
Yeah.
A space
I
boom when
suppose.
everybody started to go out into space.
Star Trek
That's why
Enterprise
the
was
baby
before OK
boomers
Boomer.
are from the baby boom.
In
Do you remember
By
when
the
the OK
TNG
Boomer
era-
girl did a tour of her $2 million apartment? People were like, "Oh, okay, we're not paying you any more money."
do you think Captain Kirk and the TOS era people ever OK Boomered this era of people? 'Cause these are space boomers.
Maybe. You think that there's still ships? You think there's still human cargo ships running around at Warp 2 and in TNG era?
Probably. Their
Probably
shuttles
not.
don't even have warp and they go between star systems with them.
Yeah,
idiotic.
remember that? wacky.
Federation's weird.
Early TNG was just insane.
Let's have a read of the Star Trek Adventures Day Master's Guide. I'll still watch.
Okay. Well, if you want to play that next week, you'll have to do it without me.
Ah, what are you doing next week?
Other stuff, don't worry about it. Why don't you mind your own business?
What?
What? Gas giants.
The
Gravity.
gravitational pull is causing its core to superheat.
That gas giant
No,
is
that's
made
the
out of
thing.
coffee.
That's actually a
We're gonna
thing.
go get it.
It's caused by tidal forces. It's basically just
True.
creating massive amounts of friction, and it's heating
I
up.
suppose.
That's a thing that can happen. I
I
don't know about
suppose.
superheat, but it will heat.
Yes.
Oh, here it is. Here's the main character.
I have absolutely nothing to do all day, Travis. What do you think? I've got time. Of course I've got time.
It takes like 3 weeks to warp to the nearest system. Give me something to do. How? How are they going to be passing close to it?
Aren't they
I
really
thought
far away from
Enterprise
Earth now? Like way far away.
Isn't Enterprise's
Farther
whole
than
thing
any
that they
humans
just
ever been?
pick a straight line and go?
Yeah, they're jumping around the galaxy a bit.
The writers forgot about this plot.
I don't know about jumping around the galaxy. They're jumping around like 20 square light years.
True. I did exaggerate.
Like they were just at Kronos, which we established is only like a few days away from Earth at Warp 4. And there's other star systems between Kronos and Earth still. I don't know what the deal is. Don't worry about it. Archer just doesn't want to say, because cargo ships are trash, Space Boomer. Nobody wants to go there.
Does he never tell him? I mean, never find out
Nice nebula.
Never find out what.
why he didn't sign up?
Nope. Never comes up again. Don't worry about it. What do you mean? Archer's always been in Starfleet his whole life. Are we doing movie nights? I think this is the first
Yeah.
movie night.
Yeah, when babies are born in the Star Trek universe, when human babies are born, Starfleet just comes
I thought they'd
and
already
collects
said.
them.
Like the Jedi?
Yep. This child is going to be a Starfleet officer. No, not my baby.
I thought we'd already established that they did movie night every Tuesday before this.
Oh yeah, is this the Rocky Horror Picture Show movie night?
See, they're talking about Frankenstein.
You know that they did that.
I know that they
Oh,
did that. They should have had an
absolutely.
episode about it. They should have had an episode about it because
They
So,
needed to.
for
Come on
those-
now.
for those listening on YouTube, on the Discord, someone posted a picture of the
That was
cast
me.
dressed up as the characters. Oh, you posted it? Okay.
That was me. Yeah.
Moon posted a picture of the cast dressed up as the characters from the Rocky Horror Picture Show sitting on the bridge of the Enterprise. So
Just
I was like, oh,
Enterprise.
they're getting ready for Rocky Horror Picture Show movie night. That's the
Unfortunately,
weirdest
they
thing
did
Oh
not do
I've
yeah,
that.
ever
Fox and
seen.
Cutler did movie night together. So this isn't the first movie night. This is just a movie night. But it's special somehow. Why
Yeah,
is this
'cause
movie
it's-
night
Movie night is
special?
wholesome. I'm glad
It's
that they do it.
Tucker's first date with T'Pol. It's the point where the writers decided to ship T'Pol and Trip instead of T'Pol and Archer.
I don't think they should have shipped either of those pairings.
Well, I would rather have had T'Pol with Archer. It makes more sense.
Oh, she's in this room.
He gets to have a chat with Travis, who's all sad because he realized he didn't actually finish his meal or really touch it at all. He sat down with some food, he got a message, and he left. He didn't have anything to eat.
It's quite a nice wire work doing that, though.
A cute quirk. Does it imply though that like the other decks are like upside down?
I guess.
Yeah.
Like this is in like the middle of the ship, right? Where like, gravity reverses.
I don't think it's that gravity reverses, it's just that this room has no gravity plating in it.
But then why do they sink to the other side?
They don't, do they?
Travis
there's no
somewhat
gravity.
explains it in the first episode that features it. I don't quite remember the exact explanation.
He just calls
There's
it the sweet spot, I think.
There's no gravity in this room because in the cold open, Travis was sitting there with his water thing floating.
I gotta go, guys. I have a student.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they want to watch Star Trek?
They're done.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Travis's dad is dead now. Maybe if they had a real doctor instead of whatever they have on that cargo freighter.
That's a nice acting from Travis's actor with his red eyes and teeth and stuff.
A letter?
They
What
should
was
have
in the
saved this for
letter?
the end of the episode, not here.
No,
This should have been at the end of the episode.
but Travis's dad doesn't matter after this scene.
He should be reflecting on it after the episode. Be like, yeah, helped them out on the thing, but I still feel bad about my dad. And then Archer could be like, did I ever tell you about the letter?
One sentence letter of recommendation. Sounds like laziness to me. Well, if his mom is the medic, maybe she should have been a better medic. Let her husband die. Good job, Mom. Why would he tell you that? It's not how this works. Oh, worst. You can just say no to Paul. What's he gonna do? He's not gonna, like, attack you. You're not gonna get punched if you say no. Just learn to say no.
You are literally the second commander of the ship. You just say, "No, I'm not doing it." You can't.
And you know what? Neither are you. You have more work to do in engineering.
Yeah, she literally can't do that. I mean, he wouldn't be happy, but she can.
Why would he sign the reactor casing? Why would he do that?
Maybe he's just trying to
It is a
avoid
rumor.
awkward workplace, dynamic after this.
I think I recognized those shots. One of them was Kronos. I think one of them was the human embassy on Vulcan.
Yes.
Or
It's
the
interesting
Vulcan
that they
embassy
don't
on
show
Earth.
photos from the series. They actually just created new photos for it.
Oh, there's the ECS Horizon.
Yes.
And there's his mom. The failure who let her husband die. Small wavefront, you almost died. The ship was boarded. They almost destroyed the ship. It wasn't a misunderstanding.
Enterprise.
Lying to your mother, Travis.
If Enterprise developed a way to detect cloaked ships and things, how come we never see it again after Enterprise? How come we don't see it on, TOS ships?
Well, my assumption is that it was able
The
to
cloak
detect
system
the
proves.
Romulans' fairly primitive cloak and the Suliban's
Yeah.
primitive cloak in the mines. And after that, that's why they were so surprised in Balance of Terror. Because they're like, wait, what? Someone's actually cloaked and we can't see through it? What's going on with here?
Yeah,
what?
so that is actually somewhat a plot point of the episode, if I remember rightly. In that they're like, we should have some idea of what they're doing.
And even then, they still do. They can actually see they can see them as a blip on the sensors. So the anti-cloak stuff is still there. It's just not nearly as effective because the Romulans have made it better. And I guess by TNG, it's just the anti-cloak technology is completely worthless because everyone's improved. All right, what does he have here? What can we judge
That's
him
an
on?
interesting way of explaining it in your head.
Well, you're not going to get an explanation in the show, so in the head is what you got.
Fair. We're never going to get an explanation in this show.
Why would we? Even if they tried to explain it, nobody would be happy with it. It doesn't matter what they say, people would be angry at them for saying anything about it.
Yeah.
What you drinking, Soma?
That's some water.
Water?
Water.
It sounded like that was a
On
metal
my Star Trek
screw
stream?
lid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're
keep
not
it in
just
a
using a
flask.
cup?
No, I keep it in a flask. It stores more. And keeps it cold.
Okay. There's his brother. Oh, and they also have patches on
jerk.
their shoulders. But not for Enterprise.
Wow.
What? Whoa, wow. Explain yourself.
Hmm?
What wow?
How he talked to his brother.
Is that not how you talk to your brothers?
No, I don't talk to my brothers. I don't have brothers.
Oh. No, as someone who does have brothers, this feels about on par. This feels right. You can feel the spite radiating off of him.
Mm.
It's a lot of spite. Okay, so this is how you know he's a villain. Any character who says, oh, you should change out of your Starfleet uniform, they're always the villain. Every time.
Mm.
Because Starfleet are the inherently good guys. Everyone should want to be in Starfleet.
Sure, there's certainly not some supremely corrupt admirals.
Just ignore the genocides. Don't worry about those.
Ignore Janeway and her genocides as well.
Hoshi, surely that would be an uplink. You're uploading photos.
Yes, it would be an uplink.
Oh, they have like generic reading lights taped to the wall. God, that sounds awful.
I mean, there are some pleasant things there.
Have you been to a dramatic reading in a group setting?
Not personally. I mean, used to have Dad read The Hobbit, but that's different, I suppose.
Reading a book together with one person as a bonding thing is different than sitting in a room of people being read at.
But there's audiobooks that people like. Do they still make movies in Star Trek?
I don't know if they make movies, but they have the library.
Yes, they have. Literally every film that has ever been made in our lifetimes is out of copyright now.
At least the ones that weren't destroyed in World War III.
Yes. Obviously, their catalogue is now entirely different to ours because of World War III.
So they have the Star Trek movies?
The Star Trek films would be there because that was prior to World War III. Which would be very weird if they actually referenced. But obviously, the MCU probably wouldn't exist because that's years later.
Well, World War III hasn't even happened yet.
In terms of Star Trek, well, I suppose
World
the
War
eugenics
III is
wars
in
have.
like 5 to 10 years.
The eugenics wars happened, though.
Yes. No, I just realized Travis's teeth are really, really white. I think he bleaches them. His brother's teeth are a more natural, slightly yellowish color. Travis looks like he could blind someone.
Difference between a regular character and a guest star.
Guest stars have actual human-style teeth.
This guy is not related in any way whatsoever, and it's so obvious. Whoever casted him is just like, whatever.
What do you mean? They're two black men. They must be related.
I mean, and only as much as two humans are related, any two humans are related.
It's called a joke, Rob.
I know! So is that! Thank you!
Well, I'm glad we're all aware of the concept of jokes. That can't be healthy for his teeth to bleach them that much. Now I'm going to be looking at everyone's teeth. Does Archer bleach his teeth like that?
Her teeth are pretty white. Is she the one that tricks him later on in the series finale?
No, the other lady has dark hair.
Oh.
This is a different person. This is a different girlfriend.
Wait, if you turn off the grav plating, how do you jump on the bed?
Well, I guess you can jump, but you'll just keep going until you hit the top of the bed.
Top of the ceiling?
Or, since it's a bunk bed, well, I guess it depends which side you're jumping on. Yeah, nobody's going to be saying that about Travis Lady. It's not going to happen. Is it just me, or are her teeth a little blue?
Would my teeth be more aesthetically pleasing if they were blue? Here I
Well,
am
no,
giving you
his teeth
ideas
aren't
for
supposed to be
videos.
blue. That would not be more aesthetically pleasing.
How do you know?
Well, she has somewhat blue teeth, and they're not that aesthetically pleasing.
I don't know if I trust your assessment
About teeth?
about color.
Red, green. Blue has nothing to do with it.
But maybe you're not seeing the red and the green that makes your teeth seem white.
I mean, they're not that blue. They're just a tiny bit blue. Just enough to be noticeable and slightly off-putting. Here's what I think. I think they bleached her teeth just before they started filming, and they still have some residue on
Why
them.
is Travis blind to the fact that his brother's an awful person? He just witnessed it firsthand.
Does he like to think the better of people?
Hmm?
You like to think the better of people, especially your brother.
He's just naive. Naive Travis, far from home. Well, I guess no, he's home now, huh?
Yeah. And he's getting shot a lot.
Is it the Nausicaans?
It's always the Nausicaans. By who, though? Oh, no, he doesn't know. Wow. I guess it could be the Orions, but it could just be other humans. God, they're being so dramatic. This is the same scene that we had when we were going to Warp 5. Except now they're going to 2. Why?
It's explained.
It's a tracking device, but I mean, they're already here. It's a bomb. Well, then what do? You can't, like, jettison the nacelle. Okay, so they just... It's not that they can't take the Horizon, it's that they don't have enough space in their little ships for all the cargo.
Yeah.
They need the big fella to come by. Also, we had a shot more directly facing on this guy, but that was only like half a second long. Where it was a shot of him with the view screen behind him. And I think the reason that shot was only half a second is because you could very obviously see the blue screen around him. Look at the fuzziness around his head.
There he is, mattered.
God, look at him. He's glowing. Well, why is he glowing? Because... Is he not actually in the scene? Is he composited in? Because Travis was also in front of the view screen and he wasn't glowing.
I think from that angle he's in it, but in this angle he's not. It doesn't glow from the side. It's not on that angle either.
What is happening in this scene?
Sniff.
I'm very confused as to what this set actually looks like in real life. No more crewman cutler at movie night.
Yes, perhaps that's what the empty seat is for.
Maybe. It's very rude to Paul.
Paul is texting during a movie.
And she has the sound on her phone on. Also, it's very rude of Flux. He only made enough popcorn for himself. You're supposed to share popcorn with the person next to you, Flux.
Paul immediately then starts saying, "No, I'm watching this film. Please shut up."
Yeah, you're one to talk. See, Archer knows how to share. Now, of course, the correct way to eat popcorn is with chopsticks. That way you don't get your fingers all greasy or salty or whatever you put on it.
It's actually a galaxy-brained maneuver. Like,
Anything that's a finger food, chopsticks.
well, unless it's like really heavy.
Then you need
This is all
better finger
happening
strength.
on. None of it matters. This is all happening on the holodeck
Like, you
of the
can't really
Enterprise
eat
D,
like
anyways.
drumstick, chopsticks, unless you
Hey.
are like really strong.
That might be difficult. Now I want to try it, but I don't... I would have to get fried chicken first.
You could just stab
Right.
it with the chopstick. That would work pretty
Get
well.
Get the fried chicken tacos at Taco Bell. Limited time only.
The Cantina chicken taco. What's Cantina about it? What does that mean in that context?
Fried chicken.
So
Where
not
does it
like
say it's a
Star Wars
cantina?
Cantina?
Every time you open the package, it goes.
Don't I have enough problems with copyright, Robo?
If you think
Now you're
that me doing
You're
that is
gonna
going
make
to
the
trigger
mouse come down
copyright,
on me?
the mouse.
You don't
the
mess
house
with the
of
mouse.
the mouse coming down on you.
Didn't even know he was sick. Leave him alone. He's got a job. What do you expect him to do? He can't tell Archer to just turn around every time he wants to go home for a bit. Is he just jealous?
Why don't they automate the freight, honestly? Like, how hard can it be to fly in space?
Apparently, Star Trek doesn't believe in automation.
But, like, you don't
Everything
need
has
an
to be done by
AI.
people.
Just automate it.
Everything
know
has
that-
to be done by a flesh sack.
No
matter how
we know
many-
Federation
The flash
in the
site point it
31st
in the right
century, they
direction
still have.
and not have a computer on it, and it just goes in a straight line.
We know in the 31st century they still don't allow an AI to run a ship entirely.
In Voyager, we see a ship run entirely by AI. And they go and murder people. A lot of people. That's the one where the Doctor is kidnapped by the ship full of holograms. And the hologram Bajoran captain develops a god complex. And it's weird. You can't just quit your job, Travis. You have a contract. That's not saying much. The J class barely moves at all. How old is Travis, by the way? I guess like 22.
He's like he's like early 20s.
Yeah.
Hang on, what's the actor's name?
Anthony Montgomery.
Travis
Mom
Merriweather.
in charge of the
Anthony
ship, honestly.
Montgomery.
She seems to have a lot more experience.
Okay, so he was born in 71.
The character was apparently born in 2126 and was active in 2161. It's about
So
35.
A Janeway coffee mug?
Yes.
Yes. Prop identified. I've been missing a lot recently.
You nailed this one.
Yeah.
So apparently Anthony Montgomery here is actually 31.
And Travis
This
Mayweather
point
is
in time.
35. I was going to guess
How-
around 35.
How is he 31 in this scene? He doesn't look 30 at all.
Hmm.
Guinness
What
so
trickery is
smooth.
this?
I was trying to guess 35 on my side, but yeah. Just leaves his food.
I
He's not in
wouldn't
the
mind
mood for
eating like this
anything else.
again, and she just doesn't eat it. Thanks, Travis.
Neither to Paul.
It's a different kind of heart pumping to Paul. It gives you some adrenaline.
To Paul, she is more concerned with science facts than enjoying the show.
The image in the
Yes,
background
to
is
Paul,
really
that is
cool.
explicitly what the story is about. Thank you.
Disagrees though.
That's not true. That's an outright lie. When Vulcans landed on Earth, they just had a dance party
Zephyr and Cochrane shook their hand.
and then danced. Gave them a drink.
Yeah.
Not a single pitchfork.
That is a really cool background though. She's just rubbing it in on them now.
Paul knows all about themes, characters, and facts.
Oh, they've lit the Enterprise.
That is some intense volcanic activities reaching into space.
Yeah.
It looks like a solar flare. What?
Thanks to Paul.
It's alive!
Just that she has a wheelie chair that she can wheel around, and she wheeled it from one console to another.
It's probably on a track.
It's only a half spin though. Like she doesn't have the full power of General Chang.
I mean, the captain of this ship, he's got a spinny wheelie off his chair. Travis, this isn't the time for a turtleneck sweater. It's time for serious gear.
Trek loves turtlenecks.
Actually, it's gonna.
Yes, Gyrinx?
No,
I know what you were gonna say. Just too afraid to finish it.
yes, gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Yes. What if we rammed them with the cargo section? Oh, it's such a small ship. It's so little. Are there people in the cargo section that we just jettisoned?
Possibly.
No.
So
Oh, we did it. Somehow. No, don't open a channel. Finish them. Just kill them. God, why does nobody murder here?
Because if they murder them, they won't go back and tell everyone to look out. Or they won't
There
go
could-
back
there
and
could be
tell
more
everyone,
of
let's
them.
gang up on them.
Is that desk lamp again?
No paint on the walls, no wallpaper.
this seems to at one point been a Starfleet ship. It has the same like doors, and it also has a dedication plaque.
But these guys are so anti-Starfleet. At least he is.
was like surplus, like
Oh, Travis has a little model of the Phoenix behind him. It's behind his head, so he can't see it yet. But
he
it's
has
there.
faith at heart.
He does. All right, they solved their differences. They're friends now. They did it.
What? How?
Don't worry about
Just because the thing, nothing's resolved.
Because
much
Travis
bigger than
respect-
they're fine now.
Travis respected his authority as captain, and Captain Mayweather respected Travis's ability to help them in a crisis. And now they're friends. Why are you lying to him? It's not a secret. You can tell Archer.
Never better. You mean even when his father was alive, it wasn't better then? It wasn't better then, Travis?
Why do you hate your father?
Why does his mom hate his father so much that she let him die?
Jeez. Maybe there's something horrible we don't know about Travis's father.
This whole family's all kinds of screwed up. What's wrong
Man.
with them? All right. Now, that aside, the next episode and the final episode for today and for this week is The Breach. The Breach. Everyone queue up. It's all about some Denobulans. And I think it's also, like Phlox's blood feud with a different race. I think that's this episode.
Phlox has a blood feud?
There's a different species that hates Denobulans, and Denobulans hate them because they were at war for a while, and there was some light genocide.
I remember that. Denobulans can have a little genocide as a treat.
There was some light
Apparently in war,
genocide.
Denobulans are just savage and
Wow.
butchers.
They puff
They
up
are
their face.
pufferfish, so I wouldn't trust them.
Never trust a pufferfish.
My motto.
All right, press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Play. Phlox feeding his pets.
But he shook like 2 flakes of something into the cage. Also, that's clearly a trash can.
It's a
Why does he
tribble.
keep a tribble in a trash can? No, it's extremely
Pre-human
dangerous.
DNA.
I don't know. It's pretty dangerous.
This was a pure, untainted by Edward Trouble.
Ugh. He mixed his... Ugh. Why would he do that?
Look at her. She's shocked.
No, I don't think
Hogging.
that specific short track is canon.
Yes.
I think that's a
that would be odd. Well, I would say that all of the short tracks are semi-canon until proven otherwise.
Like
They're
the
not intended to
epilogue
be
bit with the
main
commercial
canon.
certainly is in canon. The commercial about the Tribble cereal, I don't think that's supposed to be understood as a real thing in the universe.
Mm.
Time is finally
No.
here.
Be silent. Keep your forked tongue behind your teeth. So, Soma, have you finished Halo Infinite
You're not
yet?
gonna hold me back.
No, I've got
anymore.
maybe another. Well, I'm assuming what's next is the final ish mission, in which case it's 2 or 4 hours.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm just completing all the fobs and things
Okay.
before I do the final spire in the sequence.
Has everyone else finished Halo Infinite? I assume you've all played it.
But you can spoil it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to... I'm not here to talk about the story. I'm just here to make sure everyone's keeping up on the things that I like. I assume you've all been playing Oblivion.
Oh, I need to watch Discovery tomorrow, of course.
Discovery tomorrow.
For tomorrow?
What?
Because in the UK, it airs Friday,
is it-
Saturday, and Sunday at 9, I think it is.
Is Paramount Plus actually out here now?
No, it's
Oh,
on
is
the
it new
service called
Discovery
P-
this week?
There's a new
Yeah, I believe
Discovery
so.
on the 10th. So
Okay.
yeah, on Thursday.
Oh, okay, then that's next week. But yeah, on a service called Pluto TV, they've put it on, but it has to be watched live. It's not on demand, even though the service has a demand service.
Yeah, rip the
Because
foreign
of course Paramount still has the rights to have it on demand, I assume.
Well, they organized this, so
The hell?
it's their decision.
Wow. That's weird.
You're weird.
True.
What is that tunnel system?
It is crazy
What are
they
those
didn't put it on
pipes?
demand if they actually wanted to be nice to the fans.
They don't want to be nice to the fans. They want to make money, but it's also a weird way to make money these days.
Get that cash.
Well, they need to just put Paramount Plus in the UK, and then they'd have an excuse.
It's like sometime this year, right?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, it's happening soon. I thought in the
Well-
next couple months.
If you're having trouble with Paramount Plus or other streaming services, there are ways and means of watching Discovery besides.
Yes.
Oh, Travis gets some more development. Look at this. We get to learn stuff about him. Oh, directed by Robert Duncan McNeil. This episode is directed by Tom Paris. It's pretty neat. I'm guessing they're too deep down for us to transport or even
Yeah.
scan for.
I mean, they have problems with that.
Triangle
in
ship,
TOS
triangle, bottom
than
right, triangle,
TNG.
right there, triangle, triangle, triangle.
When was this? When was this movie? When was this movie?
Shut up,
Or,
we're
sorry, when
triangle
was this
count,
episode
54.
filmed?
We're up to 54 triangles.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay,
Um,
due to demonetization, I'm the only one who can span triangles, but I'll do it. Don't worry. That's 15, 20, 25, 30 triangles, 35, 40, 43, wait, no. 45, 50, 54. That's how many triangles we've had. There we go.
All right. So again, question: when was this episode filmed?
It would have been 2002 sometime.
Okay. So the same time that this episode is being filmed, Robert Duncan McNeil was starring in the made-for-TV movie Infested, where a bunch of flies were killing people, and then the flies, people would explode into flies, and that would attack more people,
I see.
or whatever they were, flies or bees or something.
Is
I
he
don't know.
the,
It was
is
really
he the
bad.
main star?
No, he's not even
he's one of the
listed.
main characters. Yeah, he
What's
is.
going on with Fluff?
He's
Not like
he
in like
played
the blurb
Eric.
in the link.
Oh,
So
that's
he
a
played
heavily
Eric. And then
massive.
so all of the insects were CG, so like it's just a bunch of actors writhing around on the ground. Amy Jo Johnson. Wow.
Hector Salamanca was also in it, apparently.
Yes, yeah. Margolis.
God, it's been so long since we've seen a triangle. It's been so long, but
Unfortunately, once we
Ah,
finish Voyager,
it's so
that's
good.
it permanently.
Yes.
Unless
Anyone else
East
have a
Coast, it's like
huge
Eastern.
crush on Amy Jo Johnson?
on triangles, yes. 100% on triangles.
No, not me.
It'd be nice if they snuck a triangle ship into Discovery just for fun.
They better.
This
If
is
they
an
don't put a
Easter egg,
triangle
that'd be
ship in
great.
Discovery, it's a trash show. That's why
Oh, Lower
TOS
Decks,
is
that'd be fun.
that's why TOS is my least favorite, because it doesn't have any triangles.
It's grievous oversight on their part.
I bet Star Trek 2009 even has a triangle in there. Somewhere. There's gotta be.
I don't think so.
Just let me hope.
If there is, it's probably in like that debris field around Vulcan.
Around Vulcan? Star Trek 2009 debris field. I want to find it.
I didn't say it was there. I said if it was there, that's where it would be.
I understand. I understand it's not a guarantee. There's no promises here. But I want to find it. It's got to be somewhere in that. Star Trek 2009, Arrive at Vulcan, I guess would be the name of the scene. Yeah, okay. It's hard to... I'm watching it now, but there's a lot of camera shake and a lot of junk around. I really can't make out any individual ship.
That movie is a marvel of CGI.
Yeah, here's the race that hates Denobulans. In that debris scene, I can see, like, shorn off saucer sections. There's some stray nacelles. There's just half of a ship. It was straight up cut in half. No triangles yet. Lost part of Enterprise. There's the Narada. No triangles. Okay. It must show up elsewhere in the movie. There must be a triangle.
Somehow I don't think that the CG people in charge of Star Trek 9
Well,
or
you're wrong.
09 know about triangle ships.
They must. Everybody knows about triangle ships.
But if
I think you invented triangle ships. Like, I think you're the first person to count them.
It's impossible.
I think that if J.J. Abrams
Captain
included
Archer,
homage
you
to
realised
Triangle Ship,
it's-
it would be a totally redesigned.
Captain Archer, you realize we have exactly the same protocols on Earth, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Dr. Phlox will genocide an entire race, but he won't treat one patient and heal them if they don't want it. Wow, Phlox.
He's not the one that genocided their race. He
Oh, no,
didn't
he
have
just-
anything to do with it.
He just persuaded Archer to genocide the race.
But what if in a million billion years, or however the hell long it takes for evolution to work, what if this other species becomes smarter? That's a great reason to not help people.
Yeah, sure.
What
If you
if-
give me money on Patreon, what if then I use that money to buy drugs? You don't know.
What if in a million billion years,
I
Star
don't know, I
Trek
don't think
fans
that's any of
aren't
our
pedantic?
business.
Yeah.
That would never
What if I
happen.
use that money to hire a hitman and murder someone?
It's none of our business.
You should never help people because what if something different happens in the future? It was such a good episode until the ending.
God, that's deep.
That cave is not a natural formation.
Yeah.
Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere. I noticed on the diagram when they were still on the ship, there were a lot of, like, weirdly straight pipe-looking things. I guess that's this. That's just a child's pencil case. I mean, I guess pencil cases are useful for carrying other stuff.
It absolutely is, though. That's funny.
Yeah, you're not going home. I wonder if this guy is a recurring actor. I don't recognize him. I don't know this man. Does anyone know the character's name, though?
No.
Enterprise, The Breach, Memory Alpha. Let's see who this guy is.
Damn, that's like 2.5 Holocausts.
He's an Antaran. His name is Hudak. The actor is Henry Stram. Apparently he was in a movie with Han Solo. Nope, this is only role in Star Trek. Okay. Just checking.
Ew, are those holes in his head?
How
But
does
they
he
were
know
just
they've done a good job of
pigments.
No,
putting,
thank
putting
God.
it behind them if they haven't met them in 300 years?
That's why I hate Vulcans.
He has first-hand experience with the Vulcans.
That's why.
Yeah. Vulcans are just jerks.
And I'm here for it. Vulcans, elves.
If Vulcans are like their traditional fantasy elves, are there also Vulcans that are like Santa-style elves? There's one thing I want to do for D&D, but I don't know how I would fit it in. Where you have to go and interact with a race of snow elves, and you get there and it's just Christmas elves. The frost elves. With their pointed red and green hats.
Our ethics prevent you from treating him against his will.
Our ethics? What are you, a
That's
commie?
true.
The Starfleet system is based on the American system, which involves not treating someone without their express permission. You have, in fact,
You're a doctor. He's your
his
patient.
word is not enough in the American
I'm a
system. You
Jim.
have to have a signed consent form.
I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
He has to have signed a consent form
That-
to say you can do that.
That part where he makes McCoy treat the Horta, that doesn't make any sense. How can McCoy possibly treat a rock monster?
Rock monster. A rock monster.
Okay.
Like rock lobster, B-52s.
Whatever you say. God, they have a lot of chain. Are those just all carabiners linked together?
They're hooked to their waist so they can attach them. Yeah.
I didn't see him. Yeah, that is a lot, but not abnormal.
That's
Oh,
Have you
man,
gone
I just
climbing? I have
realized-
no idea if any of this is normal. I haven't gone climbing in this way.
I've gone climbing.
I-
This is pretty normal, honestly.
I just realized my Chromebook has a webcam.
Is this normal?
Oh,
Have you
No.
opened webcam?
I just realized my Chromebook has a webcam. It's not shuttered.
So? Do you think someone's spying on you?
Who's spying on Robo?
Me.
Well, I feel sorry for anyone who is.
Oh,
You don't want them to see your beautiful smiling face?
That's it.
I don't think after watching Enterprise, he's gonna be smiling.
I'm smiling from Enterprise.
Enterprise
It's such a good
is
show.
one of my favorite.
Why do you
Yeah.
sound like you're lying to me?
What?
You
Enterprise is one
sound
of my
like you're
favorites.
lying.
Come on. I like Enterprise. I wanted more seasons of Enterprise. I've told you that.
Okay?
Even though I don't like Enterprise, I would have loved to have more Enterprise seasons.
So,
Same with Discovery. I'll be sad when it's canceled.
Moon, when you've
Or if
gone
it ends,
climbing,
whatever happens.
well,
you've gone climbing-
any show has to be cancelled eventually.
did you... Apparently
Look at
not
it.
all shows. Some shows have been going for like 30 seasons. Okay,
I
what I
think
want
even
to say, though,
popular shows like get canceled
The
a lot these
Simpsons.
days.
when you go climbing, do you also have that flashlight on a selfie stick that's hooked to your back?
Stupid.
No.
I have a headlamp on my
Yes.
head.
But
Aren't they wearing
do you
hard
put your
hats?
headlamp on a selfie stick?
Yeah, they should also be wearing
What if
helmets.
rocks fall? Then everyone will die.
Bye.
I like how they just use normal climbing gear. They haven't done any sci-fi stuff.
Yes.
They don't even
It's
have
also-
like a
How
Spock
does, the
rocket
rope,
pack.
how does the rope slip when you've got it securely tied to a carabiner?
It's not tied. He was just holding it.
He supposedly tied it at the top.
Well, he failed.
He also failed to insert the catch properly.
Yeah, of course it's broken.
Maybe they should have used Spock's rocket shoes. They gave the Enterprise like 100 decks in that episode, or in that movie.
All right, well, you know, if someone breaks their leg, there's only one thing for it. You gotta shoot him.
He's not a horse.
You don't know that.
Mm,
And besides, what does it matter if he's a horse? He broke his leg, you shoot him. That's how it works.
Did you guys ever watch Stargate Universe?
Yes.
Do you remember early on where there was like that crash and the dude in charge literally like strangles the guy that's injured because he can't do anything for him?
Okay.
That's got to be awkward.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't actually strangle him. He covers his mouth and nose with his hands and just does that until the guy.
Smothers him.
Yeah, but
Well, would you rather die of natural causes or be strangled to death by your commanding officer?
can I choose neither?
No. If you're going to die, you have to either die. Your choices are you either die just on your own, but slowly and painfully, or someone you care about has to murder you. But it's a lot faster and less painful.
Well, I don't care about anybody, so there you go.
You don't care about me? I'll take that as a
I
no.
mean, sorry.
Damn, you don't care about anybody?
No,
Do you have a dog? Or
no,
a cat, I guess?
no. Just a stray that hangs out around my property.
You get a dog.
I can't.
Cats are much better.
Disagree.
Do you not like cats, Ryan? Or do you just
I
think
like
dogs are better?
cats, but dogs are better.
That's fair enough.
I don't.
Some people
I
hate
haven't been
cats, you
around
know?
enough cats to really. Like, I understand you're supposed to let the cat come to you, and it's good to blink at it But I'm not around cats that much, so I'm not good at interacting with them nearly as much. Dogs, I've got it on lock. Why are you yelling, John?
Cat's very independent.
The main thing I know is don't try to pick up the cat.
Please do not the cat.
Unless it wants to be picked up.
Like a cat
Yes.
would say.
I guess I should say don't assume the cat wants to be picked up.
Yes.
Unlike a dog. Dog you can just like grab and they're totally cool with it.
Mine will tolerate it.
Oh, that reminds me. I found a
Definitely
like,
doesn't
YouTube
like being
recommended me a
picked up.
channel called Oliver the Beetle. Shall send to you. It's just a beetle. Being a beetle. It's nice.
Oliver the Beagle's a beagle? Wow. Do they look like Porthos?
Eh, beetle is somewhat, I suppose.
What's Dr. Flox eating? Is that a pie? I think that's pie. It's hard to tell.
So I'm trying to install Firefox on a Chromebook. They do not make it easy.
Surely you're supposed to install Chrome on my Chromebook.
Well, probably
Chrome
comes
is pre-installed on a
together.
Chromebook.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
are you trying to install Fire? What's wrong with Chrome?
Because I want to have a different browser on the device to do other things.
You know, browsers are multi-purpose. You can use the same browser for stuff.
Well, if I want to test with Firefox on a Chromebook, I need to install Firefox on the Chromebook.
Alright. See, Dr. Flox is a good guy. Yes, he committed some light genocide, but he's also trying to teach his
He
children
didn't
not to
commit
be bigoted.
it.
Yeah, well,
He didn't commit it.
provided all the tools.
Are you talking
is-
about the people, the primitive people planet?
The people,
Are you
well,
talking
they were
about
kind
these
of primitive. The
people?
he left to die from the plague.
It wasn't a plague. It was their genetic makeup was breaking down.
But the point is, he could have cured them, but he chose not to. And I think that qualifies as a genocide. He had the cure. It was already synthesized. He just didn't give
It
it
was
to them.
unethical to give it to them.
No, it wasn't. It was unethical to genocide them. The ending to that episode was all screwed up.
But wasn't there another race that would have been detrimentally affected by them still living?
There was
Still
another race on the
genocide.
planet, but he's still making a big assumption.
Cool motive, still genocide.
It's like it's like if you went to 1880 and murdered every single German.
Yeah.
It's like even if they do that, you don't know that in 1880. But even if you know that they're going to do that, it's still genocide, yes.
So Chrome OS literally blocks you from downloading Firefox, and you have to enable developer mode, and you have to do it through a Linux terminal. And so I followed all the steps, and it still won't let me download it.
Tucker, did you bring a gun?
They can't take. Well, you could threaten to shoot, but they couldn't.
Because this
Carry
wouldn't be
them without
genocide.
it.
This would only be triple homicide. Yeah, they might execute the Denobulans, but what about the minerals, though? Oh boy, Speleothems. Wait, how? Yeah, I guess typically they would say, like, oh, I just need another 3 hours. It's like, all right, well, we'll hold off these Antarans. He can if he has a gun. No, I don't think they brought one. Should have.
But the Enterprise has to dock with other ships.
Speaking of other ships, that other ship looks really familiar. Does anyone know what other species uses that ship?
Zindi, I think.
Okay. Zindi shuttle?
I think so, yeah.
God, Phlox that night. I had some weird nightmares last night. I had a dream that China invaded, except it was
Well,
just the
that's-
Navy, and they defeated the entire American Navy, which was apparently 5 ships in a line.
Our navy
And
is way bigger than their navy. They have no chance.
Well, apparently in dream logic, they just have to fire 1 torpedo at the front ship, then a torpedo at the second ship, then the third ship, and they just walk on through.
Is this like an Atari game naval battle?
It might as well have been. It wasn't a battle. They just showed up, fired 1 torpedo, and it sank, and they went on to the next ship. Nothing happened.
I also had a nightmare. I dreamt of hiding from flying monsters on a cliff face.
What kind of monsters?
Well, they looked like the Kako demons from Doom, but they like had guns and shit, and they were way grosser.
All right.
More background on the son that he doesn't have contact with.
Yep. Metis.
I also had the weirdest dream a few days ago. I was playing my clarinet for the first time in a while, just playing the Halo theme, and then the morning as I was waking up, I dreamed I was in a concert again. But having not practiced my clarinet in a long time and didn't do very well.
Okay, Harry Kim. Would it be more insulting as a clarinet player to be called Harry Kim or Squidward?
What does Harry Kim play?
The clarinet.
Probably Squidward.
What do you mean, what instrument does Harry Kim play? I didn't bring him up because he
Haven't
plays the
watched much yet.
piano.
I suppose.
All
Gun.
life is is moments, man.
Gun. He can quit anytime he wants. You don't understand, Tucker. Oh my god, he actually did bring his gun. I was gonna suggest that if he had brought his gun, he could like set it to the lowest setting and just shoot him to sting him. It's like, no, you have to go. Just prod him like with a pain stick. Cattle prod. Why are they shelling a cave? I get because there's aliens in it, but... Okay, it turns out Denobulans are also spider people. They're spider pufferfish.
CG.
Oh, come on, we could have flattened at least one of them.
You just love murder, Ryan.
Only
Why
in
are you
Star
such a
Trek.
murder hobo?
Because I've never murdered anyone in real life. I'm never gonna get that experience. And so many problems in Star Trek could be solved with a gun. Now, this problem could also be solved with a gun. We could destroy the artillery. Why do we never see this guy's face?
Does that cost more money?
Yes, gun. Archer. Shoot him. With what? They just have like ground-based artillery. What's the point of them?
Ooh, Archer being very heavy-handed here.
I feel like he doesn't have the authority to do this.
Technically,
They don't know that.
Very technically, he does.
They don't know that.
And also, yeah, they don't know that. He could trigger it and be and get very angry letters from Starfleet.
What are they gonna do about it? Remove their only main captain from command?
I'm all the way out here. What are you going to do about it? Send a ship?
You don't have one that the Columbia's built in a few years, or a year or so.
Yeah, that's the joke. That's what he got it.
I know. I was continuing it.
Metis, yes. Use gun on Metis. And you're gonna let them go on without a father out of spite? What a jerk. Oh no, not the Speleothems. So, we thought Hoshi or not Hoshi, we thought Travis was in his 20s. Is Hoshi also in her 30s? How old is Hoshi? Who's played by
That's well
somebody. How old is Linda here? 78. So 2002 minus 1978. She's 24, so she is 20s. It's just Travis looks weirdly young.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't actually succeed in this episode.
They said 24 hours, and then said that they had 3 days for the agreement. So that means that he's a day overdue for his death.
Don't worry about it. The fact that we lost the Speleothems, at least the backup Speleothems, is a true tragedy.
The only actual issue here was Travis got his leg broken.
I never want to see him again. So how about that weather?
Oh no, this guy's totally changed, right?
Yeah. He had preconceptions about a race, and then he met someone who's actually of that race, and they were really nice. So now he's over
Yes.
it.
He's not fully over it.
Just like that. It's easy.
People can overcome their racism like that, right? Just have one talk with them. It'll be fine.
Mm.
I have faith in humanity.
To be very offensive.
What?
What, humanity?
Oh, you have
Star
faith in
Trek 6?
humanity to be very offensive. That is a lot of computer fan casings. All right. That's Enterprise.
Oh, that's a lovely shot starting next week.
I don't even know what episodes are next week. What's Oh,
That's
oh no.
Terminator.
Okay. So next week's episodes are Cogenitor, which is interesting. It's a very interesting idea. I'm not sure if Archer does the right thing at the end, but you know, that's sort of his thing, so don't worry about it. Then Regeneration with the Borg.
Mm-hmm.
And then First Flight, which is the first flight. Where Archer's finishing his pilot's training or whatever. We go back in time. And then that's it.
He doesn't look any younger.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Neither does Trip.
Hmm.
So yeah, next week, Cogenitor, Regeneration, and First Flight. And then after that, the week after is going to be Bounty, The Expanse, not the show The Expanse, the
Cogenitor.
episode The Expanse, and the Xindi. So we're getting into 9/11 week after next.
We should
So that
just
should be interesting.
we should just watch The Expanse.
And yes, Voyager is canceled. What we're gonna do is
Voyager
we're gonna
has been
finish Enterprise.
canceled.
We're gonna finish Enterprise, and then we're gonna switch to Voyager on Saturdays. And then once Voyager is done, then we'll go on to the next show.
TOS.
Assuming the channel still exists. Alright, we're done here. Go away.
Big assumption.
Oh wait, also next week, in Cogenitor, the main alien guy is played by Captain Tomalak. So that should be good. Okay, now you can go away.
Nice dream. But yeah.